Alright guys, I haven't done a formal review on Overwatch yet, as I've been going through some transitions, but I'm starting to get back in the swing of things, and I kind of want to tell you right now that this is a game that you should own. You should totally buy Overwatch. I'm going to give it a score now, but we're going to talk about why you should, at least talk about the good and the bad of Overwatch. My score is a 9.0 out of 10. As far as what's good in this game, it's fun. This is a very fun game. I haven't had fun like this in a very long time. And I play games all the time. I play games on mobile, I play games on my computer, I play games on console. I've been playing games all my life, and I haven't had this much fun in a very long time. And that's also odd because I don't play very many shooting games, especially first-person shooting games. I'm just not that type. I got oversaturated with the entire genre back 10 years ago with all the different Call of Duties and so on, that I just usually stay away from first-person shooters. So I was pretty reluctant in even playing this game, but because of the open beta, which by the way, the footage that you're watching is from the open beta on PlayStation 4, I did purchase the PC version, so that is going forward, which you will see on Twitch when I play, but this is the PS4 version. But since playing the open beta, I've been absolutely addicted, and it didn't take very much playing for me to get to that point. Usually with first-person shooters in particular, I might like them because the characters are really cool, and it's just a really pretty game, and it's not like realistic environments, but they have some sort of quirkiness to them, some sort of thing that makes it special. But when it does that, usually the weapons are pretty average and standard issue type thing. Think like Resistance Fall of Man, where the characters were okay, the weapons were okay, but it was the aliens and all of that stuff that I liked enough to play. But then there's the other side of it, where sometimes the weapons are really awesome and they're really unique and cool, but the characters, the story, the graphics aren't really there, so on. With Overwatch, that's not an issue at all. There's 21 different characters for you to select, and they all are incredibly unique and have such great personalities and have their quirks and their isms that you could just fall in love with. There should be at least one character, at least one out of these 21, that you should absolutely love for whatever reason. Then on top of that, it has great environments, and all of the characters have different abilities and different weapons that interact with each other before the matches. They are just fun to watch and fun to play as. For me, I personally enjoy Widowmaker and Tracer and Genji and Pharah, and I also like Mercy and Bastion, and I'm working my way with the rest of the cast. Hopefully one day Zenyatta can be even better with more health, and we can make him more of a main. But it doesn't matter what your playstyle is. If you are the type of person that likes to run and gun, then pick up Soldier 76, pick up McCree or someone like that, and just start shooting and play with your team. Or if you like to be a support hero and be Mercy and be Lucio and heal your team and keep them in the battle, you can do that too. This game appeals to casuals as much as it does to the competitive nature in some folks. If you're not very gifted in aiming, that doesn't mean that you can't be effective in this game, because it's team-based. So another good thing is this game is made by Blizzard Entertainment. Blizzard, responsible for World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, and Hearthstone, and Heroes of the Storm, and all these games that I personally don't even play, but I know very well because they've been running this industry for the better part of 20 years. But with that being said, I didn't give them any slack just because this is Blizzard. This is the first first-person shooter they've made. This is the first new title, new IP they've made in 20 years. So I didn't just fall into the hype. But I played this game and I love this game. It's incredibly fun and they did a great job with the game. Everything is polished so well between, you know, the way it plays, the frame rate, the character animations, the gameplay itself. They did an outstanding knockout job with this game. And Blizzard is committed to the success of Overwatch. They very much want Overwatch to be a widely watched and widely played esport that's got millions of viewers and all of that stuff. They want that badly for this game. And the only way to get that is to support it and continue to support it. Online competitive modes are on their way. If maybe by the time you're watching this, it's already implemented into the game. And they got free characters coming and free, you know, updates for more maps and so on the way. That's all a part of what you're paying in that $60 or $50 if you're a smart shopper and going on Amazon. But you're paying full price for it and you're getting this continued support for free, and that is big for the development of the Overwatch scene. As I said before, another good thing that I like is that it's an objective based game. It's a team shooter. This isn't a deathmatch. There is no deathmatch modes. There isn't a team deathmatch or capture the flag or any of those traditional modes. To win your match, you have to complete your objective. So that lone wolf person going out there just trying to get as many kills is actually a detriment to your team, because you need to complete your objective and you might just get killed by the other squad anyway if you're that type of person. I like that change because it's something different. It's something that this genre, again, doesn't have very much of, and it completely changes the way that you play this game. And that also, if you're not very good at playing shooters, if you're not accustomed to aiming, or you're just not good at working well with the team, you do have the option of playing a defensive hero. You can be a sniper, you can be a support hero and heal your teammates. You can be a builder and build a turret, to build an ice wall, or whatever it is. There's so many different characters. You have the opportunity to pick one that you can shine with. Overwatch is very much a game that is about having a solid strategy as much it is as winning a dogfight. Now, as far as the bad goes, things I don't like about Overwatch is the story. It's not the actual story itself that I don't like, because it's good. These videos are good. They're on YouTube. That's what's bad. If I didn't know any better, if I didn't know that these story videos are on YouTube, I would think this game has no story at all. It's not in the game. I don't understand why they wouldn't at least put these videos in the game, and I would recommend that they make it an unlockable thing, that you use Winston 20 times in combat, it unlocks this story mode or story video for him that you can watch. Unlock Mercy's backstory by healing so much damage in one battle or something like that. I thought that would be a better idea than what they're doing, and they just release videos onto YouTube and that's it. The other part of that is that these videos kind of contradict what's going on in the actual game. So the characters do interact with each other a little bit before matches, but in the very first trailer for this game, it's very clear that Winston and Tracer are on the good side of things, and they're protecting the kids, and they're running around and protecting the artifacts in the museum, while Reaper and Widowmaker are trying to steal that stuff and they're shooting them. When you play the game, none of that's there. None of the stuff in the other trailers are there either. It's just the game of them shooting each other. Why couldn't they have put that in at least, you know, as a link or something? It could link to the YouTube video, so as people are playing it, the video shows up on their screens or something. I don't know, but it has absolutely no story mode in the game, which is kind of a turn off for some people. Once you're playing a game, again, I don't think it's that big of a deal when you're playing it, but It has no single player mode, it has no offline mode, it has no story mode, which is the other thing. It only has pretty much 3 different modes when you're playing, and then the 4th mode of hybrid, which is a combination of 2 modes. It's a combination of assault and escort, and the other mode is control. Now, play sessions could run really quickly depending on how good your team is or how bad they are, or they can take quite a bit of time, but still they go relatively quickly. And I do like that if I wanted to get my fix, I could play a quick Overwatch match, 5-10 minutes maybe, and get some kills in and win a match and log off. Now, generally that never happens because I'm so addicted to the game. I'll play for 5 minutes and it ends up being an hour. But again, the modes, the matches usually are fairly quick. The issue is you're playing the same thing fairly regularly. Now, you have a whole lot of fun when playing, so you don't notice it too much. But a lot of people, again, are turned off by this and don't want to play, or don't want to pay $60 for a few modes that all are very similar to each other anyway. Admit it, if you played Overwatch before, you know all of these modes are pretty much the same damn thing. So I do hope at some point in the future that there are more game modes implemented into Overwatch. Don't know quite what they would be. Again, I don't necessarily want a team deathmatch, but just something to spice it up a bit. And lastly is the talk of some characters being overpowered. I think all of the characters are overpowered in certain situations. And most of the characters are pretty well balanced. But there's still, you know, the complaints of Bastion from when I first started playing a month ago. He's too overpowered, and most of that is now shifted to Torbjorn and his turrets. Never at any point when I was playing this game did I think any characters were overpowered other than Bastion right away, and then I figured it out within the next match. So it's not so much to me that the characters are overpowered or any of them are overpowered. It's just you have to figure out the strategy to beat them. You can play 6-12 yards on defense, and maybe that's too much, but you can also pick, you know, 6 Widowmakers and pick them all off with your sniper, or pick a tank and absorb all of that damage. It's all just how you want to adjust. So don't get mad that your main keeps getting screwed up or you keep dying because their defense keeps killing your character. Switch to a different character. Now, as far as competitively goes, I do find this to be an issue for esports because, you know, the defense is fairly favored if they can pick all of these great defensive characters. It's hard to proceed to an objective when you're getting picked off by Bastion, Torbjorn, Widowmaker, and all of these great defensive characters. I hope that to balance out esports, that they would implement like a single character selection, that you can't have duplicates, and you can only have so many defensive characters, you can only have so many snipers, so on, to make it still interesting and fun and competitive as the game should be. And when everyone picks Genji or when everyone picks Roadhog or so on, it takes away from the game. And obviously things need to be nerfed and buffed over time, and as player strategies develop, Blizzard will adapt to that. But as far as for the sake of esports goes, there needs to be some sort of regulation, and we'll see that coming up in the months, weeks, and years of Overwatch as it goes by. Competitive mode is on its way, and there's going to be so many more broadcasts of Overwatch out there. Something has to be done to keep this controlled, because once it snowballs to be something that they can't control, is gonna Blizzard will lose viewership and support of this game, because if they can't play it, people can't play it for fun or can't play it seriously without being overpowered, then they'll move on to the next thing. At the end of the day, I think the good far outweighs the bad. This game is way too fun to not play. So if you still don't know if you want to buy this game, go to a friend's house. Try it. It's someone else's. Give it a shot for at least an hour. And if you're not addicted to this game after playing it for an hour, and make sure you switch your characters. Don't just pick one. Pick a handful. If you're not addicted by then go ahead and pass. But I almost guarantee that you will find someone that you like, and you gonna work hard to get good. I'll see you next time. I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, share the video with whatever social media you have, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put up all types of videos as well as blog posts on our blog blurdy.com about gaming and comic books and cosplay, movies and TVs. We have reviews, we have previews, we just discuss whatever is happening in our nerdy world. So make sure you go and check us out. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, so you can watch us play games. And we also have an Instagram account which is 100% dedicated to cosplay. So if you are a cosplayer or just a cosplay lover, make sure you follow us on Instagram. But you're here on YouTube or maybe watching us on our blog, blurdy.com. So while you're here, make sure you start watching this video right here, the experience. But it's still a Ratchet and Clank game, and it's still the same game that there was back in 2002. There's a few differences, like a few different weapons. There's no skill points here, just like there used to be, you know, because there wasn't a PlayStation trophy achievement sort of thing back then. So now that